welcome to another, I guess, stream. Hold on, let me lower this volume. There. Hey! Welcome back. So, today I'm all alone because I wanted to, in the last stream on the cards, you should have saw them, but, the murder command block creation, yeah, it's in the cards list. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, it is there. It's called Murder Command Block Creation on Playing. Also, a little bit of Hypixel was thrown in there. That was my first stream of this week. And I had there, we played some of this murder map. You can clearly remember this stage that one of the people that was in the stream built. And today I have built upon it. So now you can walk back here. And you have this back area. You also can walk through here. So I just thought I should say that. You can also flick this lever, and then this bottom part opens up, so you kind of see, like, you can kind of walk back, and then you can flick the lever. And this one over here just opens up the glowstone, so if you want to be creepy or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, I put that in there. So, if they join at any point, or in a later whatever, they can come in. So, what I wanted to do today was explain, like, try and do a little bit better, because in the other stream I explained it just a tiny bit. Like, I went through it, and I explained it, but I want to do better this time. So, we're going to go through, we're going to start off with our death system, and then the maps and all that. We're going to also go through the trading, and basically we're going to do a rundown of the map. And yeah, I might have to leave in the middle of the thing and I'll come back. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's get to explaining this. First up is our old death system. What I did was I made a command block, like, chain thing going up for every single person.
Original light beer, and we'll always brew it to have more taste.
So that happened. Okay, so Spotify just gave me an ad when I was least expecting it. Life is great. Don't you think? So I'm gonna wait for it to finish up its ad, and then I'll get the music up and running. Okay. So anyway, let's get started with the old system. The old system had a bit of, I guess I'm gonna, like, showcase the old system right now. So what the old system did was, okay, yeah, it's gonna look like that. So what the old system did, it, so each command block chain had its own ID, had its own person in it. So, like, this one over here had me, and then this had, I think this was Brayden, this was Kira, Sans, Sam, and then another person who also plays this with us. Hold on 1 second. And then I think I can bring back. There we go. So the music's back up. Okay. But yeah, so what it would do is it would test for a person with the score of die equaling 1. It would also, like, test for their name. If it found it, give a comparator output. It'd say the person was killed, set their score of die to 0, put in the blank title command, game mode 3us, and then newest edition, play the withered death sound, but, you know, this system wasn't in long enough for that to exist. And we moved on to a new system, which is, it tests for someone with the score of die equals 1. Then it does a blank title command, and then it actually, using a title command, we have a selector in here. It finds a person with a score of die equaling 1, and it'll go has been killed, just like that. Then game mode 3 the person, and set their score of die to 0. So the system, this is pretty much, this old system, like I had to copy and paste like this chain and then input their information. With this, it doesn't even matter. So that's pretty cool. And when I first started making this, I want to make sure. Okay. So when I first started making the system, we had a lot of glitches, and I had to make this reset death thing. And keep in mind, I didn't know like how stuff like this would work. Because when I first started making this, I was really dumb. And I started to learn more about this, about command blocks, so this has been really cool to make. But before that, everything was done by name. So my name, obviously, babyshark_tmod. Memes. Anyway, so what it would have to do is sometimes this system failed and you had to press this button, and that would reset your team or reset your death. And we also have now the joining teams and the random teams. Some of this is cosmetic, some of it is required, but these four buttons right here basically run the game. Like these, if you didn't have these 4 buttons, nothing else would work. So what it does is we're gonna start off. We have 2 teams. We have the scoreboard team of Jason, which is the killer, and we have the survivor, which is the survivor. And how these are set up is this gives it to the person that is closest. So if I click the button, now I'm the killer, and then I'll leave the team. If I was the survivor, it looks for any any person that is not on the killer team, and then adds them to the survivor team. So it's a pretty cool, pretty fast way. Make sure that like only one person has to press the button, not everybody, because that used to be a problem and I fixed it. And the leave team, this is probably really wrong, but what it does is, or how I wrote it, or what I wrote it to do, was all the people in the survivor team, it's gonna leave them. All the people in the adjacent team, you're also gonna leave. It doesn't work. I think it does it for all teams, but I'm fine with it. And then up here we have another team, which is we call it the die, or I think, yeah, it's called die sidebar. Yeah, and it sets my team to aqua, so I can see people on the sidebar that play. I can see all the people there. So what we're gonna go next to is the particles and effects. So I've got this little indication system, which means these are on. They're just set to always active. So what it does is everybody gets saturation to make sure that they don't run out of hunger, which clearly doesn't really matter at this point. And then you get the Jason team gets speed 5, and the survivor team or Jason team gets. Oh, hold on. For some reason, Spotify doesn't like to cooperate with me. So everybody that's not on the Jason team gets speed 1, and everybody here gets everybody on the Jason team gets speed 3. So there's also, we have these command block output things. You can see, yeah. So that's why that's off. We also have the particles. What this is it makes the Jason person execute the particle falling dust 2 blocks above their feet, and it goes 0.1 in X and the Y direction with a count of 2. It displays to everybody, and it gives it a color of 87. So if I join the team real quick, that's what it looks like. I mean, you can see it kind of like raising down. Yeah. So if I flick that off, we're gonna go up to who's all watching the stream? Anybody watching? No? Okay. So I think next up we're gonna go to the trading area. So what we have in here is, I'm gonna try and disable this command block here. There, disabled it. Okay, so how this works is there's 2 command blocks here. We have one down here, which does the particles 2 blocks above. It's the witched magic particles. They look really good for a centerpiece, and those are just always activating 20 times a second for 5 different particles. And then we have the functionality part of this. It'll set anybody within a radius of 2 of the command block, which is basically the black glass, and that's anybody that's not in the adventure mode, to adventure mode, so that they are ready to play. And this keeps me from doing just game mode. I'm bad at this. It keeps me from doing that, having to type that. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then I've got this board over here, not really updated much, but I mean, you can pretty much check Discord. That's pretty much how you figure out if something's happening or not. And then we have the traps. The traps. Oh, the traps. So everything's based off of 64, 32. So far, 64 and 32. And you can trade 64 nether stars for another wart. As you can see, commonly used currency. I don't know why I just did did 64. I think it was for like usability or whatever. But like, you can fake your death for 3 nether warts. So the killer can for 3 nether warts see all the survivors. For 32 nether stars, switch the survivors. These signs are no longer true, so we're just gonna remove those because what those signs changed broke the entire game. So yeah. And then through this tunnel in that live stream earlier, you might have seen me walk through this tunnel a lot. And then you see me press buttons. This gives 7 stacks of nether stars to everybody in the realm. Gives everybody a stack of nether stars. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. That's how you do that. That's how I did that. And then starting the map as well. It starts up somebody's map. It starts up that map over there. And what it does is set redstone torch. I thought that was a block, but it's a redstone torch. Redstone torch right there, where that dirt is. Right there. Right there. And what it does is it triggers this line of command blocks. And then after it's done triggering these, it'll start this timer that triggers these. Or at the end of the timer, it triggers these. And then when the timer starts, it also triggers this, which starts this giant timer that wraps around the map. It goes from there all around. That is 3 minutes. There's a 3-minute delay. Wish I could make it longer, but yeah. And then after, I think that's a second, sets that block to air, and we no longer have to deal with that redstone block. What this little thing up here does is it gives you simple math. 4, 8, it gives you 16 ticks. So I think that's what, like an eighth? Or like you have like a 8 tens. I don't know. I'm screwing up. But after 16 ticks, sets that thing right down there to air so that, you know, we don't have to deal with that. And what happens with this chain and this chain is, first off, teleport the team Jason to the little holding station. You saw this in the other stream. It says, "You are the killer, you are the killer. You are trying to murder everything." Yay. And then after that, after it teleports Jason to there, it'll teleport the survivors to the map, which is to the map starting point, which is over here. You just go in here. The survivors start right around here. So yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna teleport myself over here. So after they teleport you, this is nothing. I think that used to give traps, or give a trap to someone. And then game mode 2, everybody just in case. Just in case. Could probably remove that because you got the centerpiece, but people cheat, so. Then after this, a timer right here is done. I think this is about 15 seconds, so after 15 seconds, the killer is released from their chamber into there. First thing we do, teleport the killer to the game to kill people. And then we give the killer a diamond sword. It hides their flags. And it gives, or the attack speed, I believe, is 999. It's unbreakable. It's called a bloody knife, a tool to kill your friends. I believe this right here is that bit right there is what I would like to call the, I don't really know. I think that's the, I gotta think of what that is. It's ID 16. Does anybody know what ID 16 is? It's sharpness, it's sharpness. Okay, so it gives you a level 20 sharpness sword and knockback 1. So that's what the killer gets. Yeah, I could have, here we go. Actually, hold on, let's drain out my chat. There we go. So then this gives the killer a bow. It's called the killer's gun. Murder at long range. Get those campers, that's right. You gotta kill the campers. So what this does is ID 34, I believe, is power. We give you a power level of 50. My stream just cut out. My stream just cut out. We good? Good? Okay. So what this does is that's power level 50. That is punch. I think either one of these is infinity, and I think one of these is unbreaking. Even though we have unbreakable. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I'd have to look it up, and I don't have, Then up here we've got, so after we give the gun to the killer, we give them an arrow. You know, because bows need arrows to function. And hi Leo, you're in the chat, I see you. I ignored your thing for a good 3 minutes. I'm a good friend. Anyway, this is up here is pretty much the same as down here. This is just for another map. Right there is the spot, and the person that built the map is reworking their map. So, yeah. Anyway, another thing I'd like to point out is the end of the game timer. It's at the end of the game. Duh. So what it does is, as long as it seems as a person in adventure mode, and they're on the team survivor, it powers this redstone torch, and you no longer need to, it won't go off or whatever. And then when the timer is activated, this redstone line goes off, so soon this command block is receiving no power, no longer activated. So either all the survivors are dead, or the timer goes off, and then it just says game's over, because I'm too lazy to put in a title command or whatever. And then I think over here we have, when I first figured out how to do a scoreboard thing and execute by that, those are the command blocks that taught me how to do it. I've got a bunch of stuff in here, and then I've got notes here for the action bar, that's right there, and then we have a way to yell at other people. Right here is the URL for something, I forget what it is. So I think it's time to go over the command blocks here, a bit you've all been waiting for. I'm looking around the map just to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. I feel like there's like a command block hidden somewhere that I should know. We'll find it later. So anyway, let's start with the first trap I made. First trap I ever made, right here. Oh, there's barriers for the repeat. Oh my god. Anyway, first trap I ever made was a glow trap. Now this is one I just learned. Like, I just learned that this worked. And I was so happy. I was so happy. I could do this. So what this does, if you haven't read it already, tests for an item, an entity that's an item, and then params are the item has to be an ID of glowstone. Hence all the glowstone in here, 48, because just learned. That's how I was testing it, dropping it a lot. Title or subtitle, glow trap has been triggered. Empty main title thingy gives the adjacent team glowing for 15 seconds and then kills the item. That's pretty basic. And then you want to know what I did over here for the killer? I took the same trap, except it's looking for a torch. Infrared vision has been triggered. Empty title command. Glowing for the survivor kills the torch. Literally, the only thing that's changed are the teams, the item, and the title commands. Not much. I mean, every command block has changed, but it's pretty much the same thing, just inverted. So, next up we have the Death Ringer. It's a very much used trap besides the glow traps, because this allows you to fake your death. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably easier than the warp trap or the friend warp that is broken, or the scare trap that I spelled wrong. But I'm gonna go over the Death Ringer. So how this works is, this is when I first learned how to do this, because otherwise, I really couldn't do this. I really couldn't do this without the scoreboard thing. And this is when I learned. This is when I spent time. I mean, I found those two command blocks on the interwebs. Like, somewhat, when I started making these, and I was like, I'll try that for later. And now I need to use them for the Death Ringer. So what I do, hold on. So what I gotta do, scoreboard players set at each item. We made an objective called Death Ringer. It sets the score to 1 if the item is a golden apple on the ground. What it does, it executes the item that's got a score of Death Ringer that's 1, executes a summon armor stand command, and the armor stand's name is Death. Pretty straightforward. Next, we have the armor stand execute the command of scoreboard players tag the nearest player, survivor, add death. So we have the tag death to the survivor that triggered the Death Ringer. Then what we do, effect with the person of death, the speed for 30 seconds with a multiplier of 10, and we hide the particles. Do the same thing for invisibility, hide the particles. We kill the armor stand named Death. We do the subtitle with the person with a tag of death saying has been killed, fake, and then right there, I'm actually going to remove that so we no longer know. That used to be my detection for whether it was fake or not, but now you can tell by if there's a message in the chat. So, with like them being killed by a weapon. So, yeah. Then here, remove the tag of death, kill the item, and set the score of Deathringer for items to 0. And now what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to invert these two, because I think that's how you should be doing it. Yeah, because yeah, that should work. Okay. So then let's go to probably one of the longest traps, or the trap with the most command blocks. Probably besides I think the scare trap, or the smoke trap might come in a close second. But here we go, let's start this. I'll also, that trap too, or this trap as well. I think that's the second, and then the scare, or the smoke is third. But let's start with the warp trap. The warp trap has quite a history. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, and it's really unpredictable whether it'll work or not. So, yeah. So you go, we first test for an item. Purple block is what it is. Then if it finds it, it's going to execute a random survivor in a game mode adventure. I think that was my safe, or like my safe thing, so that it doesn't go to the spectators. Gives the armor stand a name Warp 1. Then, that armor stand with Warp 1 runs a command to, it's a scoreboard player's tag. We give the team, or we give that person Warp 1. Then at hopefully different survivor, I feel like I should remove that, because at this point that breaks so much stuff when there's only one person and people try to use the trap. So, execute at a random survivor, then game mode adventure, Minecraft armor stand, custom name, Warp 2. Then that Warp 2 armor stand's going to execute scoreboard players tag at P team survivor, add Warp 2. Then what we're going to have is we're going to TP the entity of tag Warp 1 to the entity of the armor stand that has Warp 2. Okay, so we're teleporting the person with the tag Warp 1 to the armor stand named Warp 2. Then what we're going to do is we're going to teleport the person with the tag Warp 2 to the armor stand that's Warp 1. Then we're going to kill armor stand 1, kill armor stand 2, remove the tag, kill the item. Not sure why that thing is still there. It's a purple block, but I mean, these are all conditional. And then it's going to say switch trap has been triggered, because that's what it's called. It's also called the warp trap, I believe. It's basically the same thing. And then, you know, blank thing. Blank title, and then the subtitle. So next up is a trap that I wanted to make because it was on their series. It was on the Sunday and Craner murder series. I wanted to make it just because. It was a slow day, I wanted to make another trap, and this is what I made. So what this trap does is it's a pumpkin, basically. It tests for a pumpkin in the world. If it finds it, it's going to execute all the survivors, play entity.enderman.scream at the master at volume 100. Oh wait, this is the same thing. Then it's going to kill the item. Simplest trap I think anybody could have. It's extremely simple. Yeah, it's extremely simple. So then the next trap we have over here, it's broken at this point, but it's a friend trap called the friend warp in the thing. Scoreboard, friend warp 1 item, it's an emerald, pretty simple, pretty much a repetitive type of thing. Then execute the score of friend warp 1. Scoreboard players tag at P survivor, add F warp 1. Then scoreboard tag a person that doesn't have the tag F warp 1, which I think sadly, in order to fix this thing, we have to remove that F warp 2. Tag FE, tag the warp 1, or teleport them to warp 2. Remove the tag of warp 1, remove the tag of warp 2. Friend warp has been triggered. Blank title, kill the item. Pretty simple. Next up, what we have is a trap that I worked on for 4 hours. I think each of these traps, I think the bottom 2, that one right there took the most time, and that was literally a copy and paste right there. So after these 4 traps took less time than this trap, these 4 traps combined took less time than this trap. This trap took a really long time. So I'm going to explain it. First off, scoreboard set at E type. Alright, the scoreboard with the smoke. We're going to add the objective smoke. The score of 1 to when it detects gunpowder. Then execute with an item. Execute the item with the score of smoke 1. Summon armor stand, invisible, and a custom name smoke arm. So I could track and make sure that the smoke arm, not like a tag or whatever. I don't think I put a tag in. Oh yeah, we do have a tag, smoke particles. So execute at E. Scoreboard players tag at E, name smoke arm, add smoke particles. Then we're going to set a block right at that coal block to redstone block. Player set smoke 0, kill the item. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to do execute at the name smoke arm, tag smoke particles. Yeah. We're going to execute particle smoke. It's going to be 1 block above the particle. It's going to be 2 in one direction, 2 in the other direction, which leads to like a total of 7, and then 1 up in the other direction. We're doing about 550 particles, like 20 times a second. And then we have anybody that walks within, 7 blocks of the armor stand will receive invisibility, 10 seconds, hide the particles, of course. And what I've just realized is now I don't have a purpose for smoke particles. I think at some point I need to remove that tag. I think I used it to like pinpoint that one armor stand, because I didn't really want to type armor stand. But then once this timer is full, sets that to a coal block, and then does your title, smoke trap, and all that. And smoke trap is one of the ones that I can demonstrate right now. So if I believe it's off, so let's turn it on. I can demonstrate this. If you drop it, the armor stands invisible, obviously. You can see the timer right here. And then because I'm not in Survivor, or in the Survivor thing, I'm not invisible. But you can definitely see it. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is how the timer works, and we've killed it. That's pretty much how it works. pretty straightforward. And then something that, wait, did I forget anything? Freeze trap, that's right, the one that's down here. This also turns on with the glow trap. I set that up because I really wanted that to work like that. So how this works is test for packet ice. Then what it'll do is at the Jason team, we're gonna summon an armor stand called Freeze. Now I think what I do need to do is add an invisible tag to this armor stand, but I'm not gonna do that. Then we're gonna set a block right, I think right above this armor stand, or right above this command block to redstone. Blank title command. Freeze trap has been triggered. Yeah. There we go. Then we're gonna kill. Oh. Let's fix that. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Yep. That's good. Yeah, so kill the item after that. So what this does is as soon as the block is placed there, this is it teleports the Jason person to the armor stand, named Freeze. They can't move. Hence the name Freeze Trap. So after that, we go through this, this is like a monostable circuit or whatever you call it. I don't really know. But it goes through here, you got 4 ticks. I had to put a repeater there so that it wouldn't trigger redstone there. I don't know why, I just did that. And this is a really quick, this is in 15 seconds, but I think it's around 10, maybe? And, yeah, this is a 10-second timer. And then once that timer's done, sets that block to air and kills the armor stand, just in case. I mean, we gotta kill the armor stand anyway. So I think that explains it. That's pretty much the thing, and I guess I'm gonna go check on Discord and see if anybody wants to play with me. Let's see if anybody responds. They're all offline right now, so I don't expect them to, but you know, you can hope. If not, I think I'm just gonna work on. I didn't do my levitation trap that I'm working on. I'm working on that. So I'm gonna ask for people if they want to join. If they answer, sweet. If they don't, well, I'm lonely. So I'm gonna go through this trap up here. This is a levitation trap. Levitation, you know, the drill. We have the drill. And then it's going to be chorus fruit popped. And now if I lock this up, pop, it looks like this. I mean, to me it looks like this. If I turn off my resource pack, and don't judge me, I've got a... Oh wait, did I turn off the wrong resource? I did. Okay. But yeah, this is what it looks like to other people. And like, this is what the map looks like. I mean, it looks really bad to me. But then again, I've been playing with that one resource pack this entire time. I mean, the beauty of that resource pack is just the 32-bit of everything, so I still know what everything is. Like, I still clearly know this is chorus fruit popped. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna turn on my resource packs again. Here we go. There we go. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. What it does, execute, score, levitation, 1. We're gonna TP anybody on the team Jason 70, y equals 70. Wherever they are, y equals 70. Then we're going to give them levitation. We're going to affect them with levitation for 10 seconds at a multiplier of 127. And if you go above 127, you go straight down. So, yeah. And then we're going to set the levitation to 0 and kill the item. And there you go. Pretty simple. Haven't implemented it yet. So, yeah. And then I guess we do have this bit over here. I can go through the commands. Yeah, it's really just... Oh boy. This is more... This is less... Whatever. It's just off a generator. You know. But then you get really fun like this. Glow trap, see the killer through walls and stuff like that. Like you can literally see, I use a generator. One that Neo uses. Same thing, sort of. But then when you get to the buy, I mean, it's another war. Count 1, sell. We sell glowstone with the name of glow trap, orange. And you see it orange, gray, and yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna clear the chat. And then you can see, yeah, that's what that looks like. Switch trap, lure, sea survivors may not work, and all that jazz. Over here, we got the death ringer. This is a big one. We've got to stress that you don't eat it, because people eat it. And then was like, why didn't it work? They're like, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? You cheater and like all that. And I'm like, you drop it. You're supposed to drop it. And they're like, why didn't you say that? And I'm like, shush. So I put that in there. Now they can't yell at me. Because I bolded it too. It's bold. Yeah. They better know. I think this right over here is a knife. I think this is the old knife. So, yeah. So I don't think we really have any much or anything more over. I can go through the things. This is a map that someone is making right now. I don't know what he's going for, but seems to be coming along. I started messing around with structure blocks. So that was a test of that. That's what that was, in case you were wondering. This is something. I'm not sure what that is. And this is the map you saw. It's a really well-made map. I really enjoy it. And what I'm not really happy about is they removed... Yeah. Nope, that exists again. Hold on. I want that to exist. Where's the piston? Wait, did you remove the piston? They fill it? No. I want it to exist. Oh, I'm having such a hard time. There we go. There we go. There. Now it's harder to access. Okay. Yeah, I think we fixed that. Now it's in. They're gonna be like, "Where's the lever? Where's the lever?" And I'm gonna be like, "Ha ha 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 ha! I know where it is." So anyway, another new map that people are working on that's really got my nerves going on right here is this jungle map. And as you can see, it's really well made. You can see like all the things, all their plans, except for the water. So I guess I'm gonna fix this. I've been working on fixing it for a while. Let's turn this on. There we go. So looking around, we're gonna fix all the water. Those of you familiar with World Edit, this is gonna be like /fix water, except more labor intensive. So this is gonna be boring. For me, it's really painful to do for some reason. Not sure why. But it hurts me to do this. So yeah, enjoy the music while I do this. I'm going to just fly around and try to fix the water problems. I swear, if they're angry at me for doing this, like, you brought this upon yourself. It's not fixing itself. Why aren't you fixing yourself, you dumb water? There you go. Earth, work. Meet my demands. Here we go. We're going somewhere. I think I just scratched myself and my mic picked it up. My mic is under my chin. I don't understand how it picked that up. If anybody watching, there's one person watching. I don't know who you are. If it's me, I'm going to be sad. Oh, that is going to be sad. But whoever's watching, if you have any ideas of what I should do, go ahead and put them in the chat. Go ahead. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I flew up. Oh, this is a problem. Oh no, that is not good. Here, if I put blocks like that, should that fix it? Yeah, that's... Okay, that's good. Oh, that one spot. Oh, wow. I'm gonna test something real quick. And my cinematic mode does not turn on. Okay, that's good. But anyway, music. Music you've been hearing this entire time. Start at the beginning. Wise Young Gent. Song's called Destiny by 99 Lives. Made by Wise Young Gent. Go check it out. Awesome song. Really gets you through when you're lonely, like what I'm doing, and you have to do this because it bugs you if you don't. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna fix you. And let's start with the big stuff. Okay, this is when it gets intense. Here we go. Fly up. There we go. Was I too low earlier? I'm gonna break all these. I'm here to fix it. I'm not gonna lie, this is worse than World Edit, but I'm on Realms, so I can't really do anything about it. You can't really join Realms with a modded client. I mean, unless that client isn't specifically supposed to, like, work with vanilla servers. Or whatever. I don't really know. All I know is that you can't join and use, like, mods with Realms. Otherwise, I would have, and I would have made a bunch more traps than what I have right now. Why did they not fill up that one area? I swear this is the least organized water, like fixation or whatever you would call it, but I mean it's working, so I'm not angry. All I have to do is remember to turn it off when I try to fly up again, that way I don't break the entire thing that I just worked hard on. Fix this. There we go. I'm gonna break that, because that's gonna probably break you. You serve no purpose. There we go. Go in here. Fix this. We have all of that to do. I put another smiley face in chat just so that people like me. Yeah. Pro YouTuber tip number 1. If you want people to like you, put smiley faces in chat. Smiley. They'll love you if you do that. I want to tell you something. I've listened to the same song on repeat for the past, like, 5 days. Or, like, not 5 days. When did I start doing this? I don't know. Like, the first thing was, like, maybe Tuesday. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. Whatever. But the first time I did this, I had that same song. So, like, for the past couple of days, for about 3 hours, every day, I listen to this song that's playing in the background. I listen to it. I'm not saying it's a bad song, but for some reason it still isn't old yet. Still don't know how. I still don't know why. But it isn't old yet. someone explain that? I don't know why it's not old yet. I've been listening to it for like ever. It is definitely an odd one. Fix up that. We're nearing the end, so this is good. We have one person on the channel that I use to record and all that, so that could be good. Maybe they could love us. And then we wouldn't have to be alone. Which would be nice, because I am alone. The beauty of doing this is that being silent is, like, acceptable. It's probably not cool, but it's acceptable, which is what I'm going for. So anyway, people can now join the call and join the stream that are in. 4 or 3 other people that stream with me can now join. Come say hi. So that's a cool thing now. Come say hi if you're watching. I need friends. Please. We're about 59 minutes into the stream.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Thanks.
How are you?
Alright, and you?
Good.
Good. Hey, how long do you think the stream's gonna be going on for?
Not long.
Not much longer?
No.
Hey, are you gonna be able to, talk later on tonight?
Probably.
You wanna have a late night stream?
Nah.
Wonder if anybody would watch. Probably in Asia or something like that.
I don't think anybody would watch. To be honest, why would you watch me now? I'm already bad enough as is. You wanna watch me?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything at the moment. Like the other side, I'm waiting for my cousin to get her stuff ready to go so we can go bowling. And then after we're done, and then after we're done with it, I wish. After we're done bowling, I'll give you a call if you're not on the stream anymore. We'll just talk a little bit, alright?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, we can watch some ASDF maybe.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah, well, I'll let you get back to your stream.
Yeah, you were live this entire time, just so you know.
Oh, I was watching your stream, but I didn't know that you connected the Discord chat into the YouTube video.
Well, you should know. This is how I do my streams. I say this every time I stream. All my output, anything that I hear in my headphones, in which case I'm hearing you, is sent directly to the interwebs.
In the dark web, man.
Oh God! Please don't target me. I did nothing. Blame him. I'll give you his IP address.
Get this.
I'll give you his IP address if you don't target me. Oh, I'm a horrible human.
Yeah, why not?
So this river, okay, what I've been doing for the past, like 10 minutes fixing up this river thing. It's now completed, and we are happily not doing this anymore, so that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna let you go because my Wi-Fi is about to cut out because I lost my phone service because my dad can't afford it anymore. So as soon as I leave this building thing, I'm not gonna be able to talk to you. So I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the live stream. Goodbye.
Yeah, have fun. See ya. So finishing the stream, or not the stream, finishing like the stream of water. we now have this done. That took a while, but it's nice to see it done. No longer bugging us. Or me. No longer bugging me, because it was annoying. They can thank me later. They could thank me later. Thank me later. Not now, but close. But do thank me at some point, because, yeah. But that's done. Anything else? This is it? We're done? I have no other things to go through, I guess. This is it? Is that literally it? Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'm gonna go to my little thing over here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, click the little bell to make sure that I know, or that you know when I go live, or I upload a video, or whatever, because you want to know when greatness is in the air, or on the air. Who am I kidding? I'm horrible. But yeah, seriously, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to know when I'm streaming. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, hit the dislike button if you didn't enjoy. Don't press anything except for the like button, because I hope you don't press that dislike button, because I want friends and I don't want to be sad. So, yeah. Yeah, leave a comment down below to tell me if you liked it, if everything was okay. I'm just gonna go let the music, you know what, I'm angry at the music for always getting us out, or like, letting us outro at the end of the song. You know what, right at the beginning, no, we're going straight to the drop. Here we go. Good music. So, I hope you enjoyed, hope you had fun. I'm gonna mute myself and let the outro, take you out. I hope you had fun. I'll see you guys later. Bye.